Hello everyone, this is Long. I just want to give you a kind of brief overview how you use the free simple rental analysis sheet, right? This is a very simple tool with a couple information that you have to find out. And I just want to give you a high level overview of how to use this. When you receive the file, you're gonna see on the left here, this is the rental analysis, which already have instruction that I highlighted here on how to use the sheet. However, though, if you further want to understand more about the example, what kind of number, what kind of format you want to enter, you're more than welcome to enter this, look at the example on over here. Basically, the concept is that you only need to find out enter the information in the yellow highlighted cells, okay? Everywhere else, you don't have to worry about that, okay? Basically, you enter the address number, the address of the property. This is just for the purpose of you can keep track of what rental property you are analyze because you're not gonna only analyze one property and that's it, right? It's gonna be more, so to be able to distinguish between the multiple of them, then you can depend on the address. Everything else is gonna be in the input column right here. This is the only column that you need to worry about. In fact, there's only a couple of cells that you have to worry about. Everything else is already have a formulation and is easy to calculate. You can see the result right here. Okay. So let's say I'm gonna enter the exact number with the input because I don't have any other information. But as you see an interesting property, right? You can actually see enter the information as you want. Okay, I'm gonna change this to 456 Main Street, CD in Arizona because I'm in Arizona. That is basically the rental property. I'm sorry, this is the address of the property, right? Input, let's say you have to buy for $400,000. Now, this is one of the things that I most notice is that this is not necessarily the asking price, right? This asking price can be 400, which is the very cool features of the sheet, which I'm actually gonna show you, right? For now, at the beginning, I would recommend don't think too much about the price, the purchase price. Just put the asking price at first step, okay, and then enter the information, okay. Closing costs. This is the all the costs associated to close the contract, which is including title fee, lender fees if you use a mortgage, if you have a mortgage, right? HOA, all kind of closing, all kind of fees that you need to pay for the loan for the transaction. Normally, I recommend here 1.5%. If you have a more accurate number from your title company or from your lender, you can enter the number here, right? But here I recommend that you enter 1.5%. Okay, it's 1.5, so just start typing 1.5, and then you're gonna see they already auto format. The percent already put in here. Okay, it's gonna calculate. If you look at the output, it's gonna calculate the amount of dollar that you want to enter. Now that you already entered, 1.5% of 400 is 6,000. Okay, renovation, let's look at the property. It's just an estimate of how much. Let's say if it is need to be replacing the carpet, if it is doing some paint touch up, maybe the renovation is only like very minimal, 7 or 8,000, right? But if let's say it doesn't have anything, you can enter zero here, indicate that there's no work. The house is ready to move, ready to rent, right? And here you can do, let's say 5,000 for renovation cost, okay? Holding pre-rent cost. This is basically the number of months. This is the number of months that the house is gonna sitting vacant based on the market condition. Okay, let's tell you for Arizona it's fairly hot, so I can enter one. Some of you may say, well, is it zero? Now the reason is that it depends on two different information to calculate here. This is one, the number of months that it is sitting vacant. It's also depend on the monthly income below here as well. So let's figure out that information right away. Let's figure out that information right away, right? Let's say that property probably is gonna be rented for 2,200. a month. And you see here, that's mean it's gonna cost you 2,200 as the beginning, right? Okay, the loan amount, okay, this is the percentage of the purchase price that you want to put as the down, as the loan amount, right? Normally it's going to be 80% of the loan amount, which is $320,000, as you see here. Auto loan, if this is in a situation that even the down payment, the remaining 20%, you don't have them, so therefore you want to make it as a second mortgage, or it's a HELOC, okay, you can put it in here as well. But in this situation, let's say we're gonna do some cash, okay, the 20% gonna be your cash, and therefore you can enter all the loan amount at 0, okay. All right, so it's calculate here the total loan amount here, so that you can do it, and then it's calculate the total project cost in here, which is the sum of everything above, okay, 413, which is including the closing cost, the renovation cost, and the pre-rent cost, okay, holding fee, okay, holding cost, okay. And then you enter out, right, the interest rate that you get quote for. Maybe at this time is going to be 7% for investment property, so I enter 7% here. The loan period is the number of months. Is it going to be 15 years or 30 years? You enter 360 right here, it is for 30 years, right? And then this is the monthly mortgage payment. Mortgage payment only. It's only principal and interest. Okay, this is only principal and interest. It doesn't have HOA, tax, and insurance yet. And therefore we enter that information later. Okay, these are the must-have expense. These are also categorized as a must-have expense because you have to pay it. The lender gonna require you to pay those. Okay, the HOA gonna require you to pay. So let's say you buy a property at the community that have $78 a month for HOA. The tax gonna be 22. No, 22 is the same number as the mortgage payment, so I'm gonna use different numbers so that you can easy tracking. Maybe 1,800. This is no, this is we enter the yearly tax amount. Okay, this is we enter the yearly tax amount. The program gonna calculate the monthly tax amount for you. Okay, insurance, let's say is 1,200 for this property, which is about $100 a month. So this is the total must-have expense, 2444. Okay, that's including the mortgage, the HOA, the tax, and the insurance, everything including. Okay. Now this is the monthly expense, must-have monthly expense that you have to spend. Okay, as you do, as you come down here, these are optional expense. Why do I say optional? Because you don't have to make them. You don't have to do. You can do property management your own. Okay, if you feel that the vacancy is not much, then you don't have to worry about that. If you don't think that you're gonna need to do repair, for example, if you buy a brand new house, brand new construction, then you probably don't have to do any repair or no capital expenditure, right? These are the big prepare. For example, the roof, the foundation, something majorly happened to the house. This is repair for something small like a leak, broken tile, things are very small. Okay, I do have some recommendation number here. Feel free to use those if you don't have the exact number, right? But feel free to use those. And then the property management fee, I do have a property management company that's only charge about $200 a month. Very fair to the landlord at any price. $200 or 10%, whatever less. Okay, just want to be fully transparent with you. If you are interested in the program, let me know and we'll tell you more about that. Okay, right now it's at $200 right here. About the monthly income is 2,200. If you have any other incomes, for example, on that property you have 2 units, you can add the second income here. For this situation, let's say we don't have any other incomes. Okay. Overall, the cash needed to invest is 93,000. Okay, so this is to give you the number at which you need to have in the bank account so that you can close the deal. Okay, and then it's also do some quick calculation here. This is a cash flow. with must-have property only, must-have expenses only. So you negative cash flow. And your cash on cash return is also negative, which is not good, right? If you're looking at the must-have expense and the saving expense, you even go down, which is not good neither, correct? So in this situation, right, this is obviously not a good deal for you to invest because you see all the negative everywhere. All right, but one of the things that you could very cool about the tool is that you can change these number. Let's say, for example, what if you are able to rent a house at 300, right? What if you think that way? What if you're curious about, okay, what if I can rent at 3,000? Do I have the profit or not? And obviously, you see here, there's a $500 cash flow every month. Okay, if you only account for the must-have expense, if you don't worry too much about saving for future repair, that could be a good deal. Okay, um, but if you worry, it's still negative, which is not a good idea, right? Now the other number that you can play is the purchase price. Remember when I say this is not necessarily the asking price, but for the time being, just enter the asking price at step number one, right? Then here you can enter, maybe I purchase at 3,500. Then green everywhere. It's very nice formats right here. Green means good, red means bad, right? So you can easily see whether it is a good or bad investment by playing with those numbers. What kind of number that you have to do? Let's say the seller come back and say, no, we have to do 375. You can enter 375 and say, not worth it. Then therefore you don't have to worry about that anymore. Alright, so those are the instructions on how to use the free simple rental analysis spreadsheet. If you do have any questions, feel free to contact me directly at 602-515-2442. And happy enjoy the sheet and enjoy analysis. If you do also have any question about analyze rental property, let me know as well so that I can give you more instruction on this. Alright, bye bye.